Hey everyone, Matt Pisarcik from RazorEmporium.com coming at you today for another shave review video. We are looking at the Lambda, Aries, and Athena razors from Greece. Let's get started. All right. We are going to take it from right there because I want to kind of have some conversation as we're getting started looking at these two razors. So I was fortunate to be contacted by somebody in the wet shaving world who's doing a current pass around of the Lambda razors. And I thought we will make a video out of them because I'm like, why am I going to take these home and review them at home? I'm not interested in that. I want you guys to experience it with me. Lambda razors, established 2019 out of Greece. And this is actually the contents of two different razors. This is their Aries and Athena models. So we have a pretty stout outer box, printed cardboard. We have some instructions inside, it looks like. It's got a full range of their razors here. Nice, beautiful catalog pictures. Little story about them. And then looks like kind of a bigger one that's even more with different finishes. So pretty cool. And obviously coming from Greece, they are leaning in on the whole Greek mythology thing. Pretty cool. The name itself, obviously, Lambda being the symbol you see. And the story is this guy, the founder was into CNC design work and CNC programming and stuff, and wanted to make a razor, and he was a hobbyist. So not only has he constructed the razors, he also does the boxes too. These boxes, if you notice, are pretty handsome. They're made out of like a rosewood. So this is the Aries. This is their open comb model. It's got a pretty cool, unique look, almost like a Greek column, and it is got the open comb design. Really, the angle on that's crazy. I don't think I've ever seen an open comb with that much angle. And then he has the solid guard companion, the Athena. And you notice it's a nice case, and you've got an interior that's like a fabric lined and magnets to hold this closed. Pretty fancy, pretty cool. Room for some blades. These razors are definitely hefty, and the first look at them you're going to think they're brass, but they're not ordinary brass. These are actually an aluminum nickel bronze alloy, and so it's kind of a smorgasbord of metals there, meaning it will be corrosion free, which is pretty cool. I'm actually looking at this. I see what you did. And I'll say that if I do a brass razor, this is a nice idea because brass is cool, but it always oxidizes. I'm going to use some Perma-Sharp blades, and yes, I still have an entire sleeve of Perma-Sharps! We're gonna get a brand new package here, and I'm gonna use two Perma-Sharp blades out of the same tuck. That way I'm trying to get these as absolutely as fair of a comparison, and we're not trying to see which one's better. We're just going to experience them. So we got an open comb and a solid guard. So I'm actually going to load both up with a Perma-Sharp blade. Let's do that. Looks like it's a pretty typical three-piece razor. I'm looking at the machine, work. It looks really nice, and even the polishing work is really nice. Made in Greece. He's even got some kind of number on here, 24073V2. So it's definitely got some kind of, I'm guessing it's a serial number. He's got branding all over it, which is really cool. Man, the reveal is, for how big of a guard that is, the reveal is just tiny. He's saying there's no blade gap, but no exposure. So it should be blade neutral feeling. And here we are with the Athena. Same thing, he's got a series of numbers on here, 24109. So we got another Perma-Sharp blade, also very similar look here with this cap. And kind of this guard reminds me a lot of the Eclipse Red Ring razor. It's kind of a solid guard, open comb hybrid. A scallop kind of look. Again, very little reveal. I can barely see the blade. So I'm curious to see how these guys are gonna shave. We will shave with the open comb Aries on the right side and the closed comb or solid guard Athena on my left side. Without further ado, I've been blabbing so much to give it a fair shake. Let's just kind of refresh this lather a little bit. Make sure that we're nice and hydrated. Just want to give it all the benefits of the doubt. I told the person who organized this pass around, I said, yeah, we'll do video and I'm using the barbershop soap from Razor Emporium, mostly just because it's now my new isolated variable. I use it so much and I've used it so many times that I know how it performs. I really want, and I know how the Perma-Sharp blades perform. I really want to try to evaluate the razors, not the soap or the brush or anything else. So here we go. Let's get started with the Aries from Lambda. It's supposed to be aggressive and efficient. So far, so good. I would definitely say it's not the upper end of what I want to consider for aggressiveness, but it has good feel overall, good weight to it. I mean, I'm pretty surprised. These razors go for, I think they're 205 and 215 euros, so 215, 205 euros respectively. Pretty nice. I'm curious to see how the solid bar, the Athena, compares to this guy, this Aries. He named it the Aries after the god of war. Supposed to be kind of aggressive. Let's feel this guy, the Athena. Even this one, I would compare it to like maybe like our Rex Ambassador on setting 4 or 5. That one I'd probably say 5 or 6. It's definitely more aggressive than, let's say, your typical like Edwin Jagger D89 or Mercur 34. I like the weight and the feel. I mean, and the machining work is beautiful. Finishing work is beautiful. Let's clean up and see how we did. Let's see if we can feel a difference. A similar after feel. I really can't actually tell a major difference. They both have a little bit of stubble left behind. You know, if I did a second pass, if I did like a across the grain kind of pass like that. They definitely have a little bit more blade feel than I personally like, and they definitely have kind of more of an aggressive feel. They deliver a good overall shave. I'm just like to be honest with you guys, I never like to pull my punches too much. I would actually say for the blade feel I'm receiving, the closeness should be a little bit more close, because I've already splashed down with cold water, and I'll throw a splash on just to kind of make sure, but they're not as efficient as I would think for how much blade feel. And that's not a dig. Like, everyone's different and everyone's gonna like different things. Some people, and you know, I get accused all the time with our Rex Ambassador having a lot of blade feel, but it's super efficient and there will be nothing left behind. These are, I would give them like a 8 out of 10 in terms of the shave performance. You know, this guy, I liked it. I love the look of it, but anytime, it's not just this razor, anytime there's vertical knurling only, you see how it just slips right down my fingers because there's nothing to stop it. So once your fingers get a little slick, it just keeps on going. So then you got to use your pinky to really, or kind of death grip it to really hold on to it. So I love the look. I know he's going for the Roman column kind of thing. And I was actually looking at that for our Ambassador, but then we put the horizontal lines to help you grip onto it. So really cool look, but it may be sacrificing functionality for aesthetics, which I never like. This guy definitely is a lot easier to hold on to. Mostly because it's got these flat spots on the knurl. But even this, being as smooth and polished as it is, it's a little bit difficult, but it's definitely a lot easier than that. And again, the pinky's always there for moral support to hold on to it. And again, I'm not, you know, when I do these reviews, guys, I'm not going to just sit here and say, oh, everything's great, it's popcorn and unicorns and butterflies. What's the point of that? I'd rather be honest. I love his packaging. I think it's really unique. No one else is doing this. No one else is doing a wood box with all this laser engraving and, you know, CNC routing work. You know, and I love this alloy, this aluminum nickel bronze. No one else is using that I've seen. And I think it's super unique. And it's cool to see another, you know, razor coming out of somewhere other than China. You know, America's got a lot of innovators, a lot of, you know, artisans making stuff. Europe has a few, and I'm glad that he can be part of that. Overall, really good. I just think that maybe it needs to be a little bit more efficient for the blade feel you're receiving from it. But that's what I think. I want to know what you think. If you've used the Lambda stuff, if you've used the Aries or the Athena, tell me below in the comments. Tell me, Matt, you are so wrong. They are perfect razors. You just need to use them 10 more times. Maybe. I'd like to give my first impressions. So if you do leave a comment, you're entered to win this, the official Razor Emporium black and blue t-shirt. That's all I got. Please share this video with someone who needs to see it. Like it if you liked it. Subscribe to our channel, and we will see you next time at Razor Emporium for all things vintage shaving. Thanks, guys.